Hey everybody, welcome to the Cryptopolitan. I'm Satoshi Sean. Glad you stopped by. Before we get into the news for this weekend, I wanted to thank everyone for the subscriptions. Our channel's growing really fast. It's amazing. Thank you very much. If it's your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Also, remember to hit that bell for notifications because we get out a news report every day, at least one, and your weekend report. Also, no matter what, please crush the like button. It really helps us out. And if you leave me a comment, I'll definitely interact with you and get back with you. I really do enjoy interacting with you. Before we get into everything, I wanted to just go over something that I had talked about a lot in the previous weeks about Facebook Coin and Facebook itself. Also, Binance. I have done a couple stories on Binance with them shutting down. Yeah, the last one about them closing for U.S. investors. Now they've made the claim and have been making the claim that it's not that big of a deal when it comes to Binance because only like 10 to 15% of their traffic is U.S. based. I didn't believe that. I think they were lying, just to kind of because BNB their BNB token did go down, but not as much as most people thought it would. Um, I did a little research and actually found that it's not 10 to 15%. It's like a quarter of the traffic that goes through Binance is from the United States. However, if you say you're going to lose a quarter of your business, that would definitely affect your bottom line a lot more than 10%. Um, they're supposed to be opening up Binance US. I think they saw this coming. US investors, you only have 90 days to get your money off of Binance. They're supposed to have the Binance US within around 90 days, but probably will be a little bit longer because of all the hoops that they have to jump through with the SEC. But definitely something to watch. I think this may, I don't know about be the Binance killer, but I think it really will level the playing field because all that traffic has to go somewhere. And wherever it goes, that's going to be the next big deal. A quarter of Binance traffic going somewhere else is going to be a huge bolster to whoever it goes to. Um, Secondly, I had talked many times about Facebook and Facebook Coin and how they're moving into India and in China and the whole thing with China coming out with basically a ban on their competitor for their messaging app, where Facebook owns WhatsApp, I think. So I had said that there was probably some collusion with the Facebook and the Chinese government, and I think the Indian government too. There's no other reason why they would launch their beta for their Project Libra in India if they didn't know it was going to work. And lo and behold, CNBC, Facebook Coin's been working with the Chinese government. It's been flagged by U.S. intelligence for having done some improprieties with them. So I'm sure I know they helped them set up their social credit score thing, them and Google. So I'm sure that Facebook is in bed with them, and that's how it's going to play out. Still, I think Project Libra is going to be a stable coin, so most people aren't going to make a lot of money on it. However, Facebook is selling licenses to run a node for $10 million each, um, and they're going to sell I think 100 or 1,000, and it's going to be $1 billion they're going to take in off the bat just in licensing fees. So they did make a smart move, and we always talk about um, when it comes to adoption. If we could only get this in or that in, we always want to have Facebook, and now look where it's going. But Facebook, just having come out with their Libra and what they're working on, they've already partnered. This is a list of their partners: Coinbase, eBay, Lyft, Uber, Spotify, Visa, PayPal, MasterCard. They're lining up to take cryptocurrency. A lot of people think it's a really bad thing because people won't really know they're using crypto. They're not going to be into crypto, but I think no matter what, it's going to push education as far as cryptocurrency goes. And just the fact that I can rub it in the face of a lot of my friends that gave me a lot of crap about crypto when they're using crypto now, that'll be amazing for me. Um, that being said, let's go into the news and head over to the Cryptopolitan, where we have all your news laid out in easy to find sections. whether it's coin, Bitcoin, altcoin, blockchain regulation, coin analysis on all the top coins. Which, with the market been exploding lately, you should check the coin analysis, daily. U.S. Watchdog imposes charges and suspends a former banker for Bitcoin mining. The main thing I want to go over about this is the change in attitude towards punishment for anything involved crypto. It has been ridiculous, the strong arm of the punishment for anyone involved with cryptocurrency. I mean, they really, when it comes to like the Silk Road or anyone that's been charged with anything, they really come down hard on them. Shrem, whatever. It's a huge punishment for a lesser crime. Anyway, this guy was a banker. He started a Bitcoin mining farm, and he didn't notify Merrill Lynch, his previous company. It's not that huge of a deal, but what did he get? He charged $5,000, and he's barred from connecting with FINRA, which is the financial Financial Industry Regulatory Authority. Not a huge thing. The penalty imposed on him, however, seems to be adequate related to others. Last month, an Australian man was reported to face 10 years in prison for crypto mining on government computers. And similarly, a woman was sentenced to 4 months confinement for robbing energy, for just using energy for Bitcoin mining. So you can see the difference. It has been this attitude of really crushing anyone that they can when it comes to anything involved with cryptocurrencies, where now it's being treated more like everyone else, which I think is a really good positive sign. Not a positive sign. Dispatch Labs is in the red as their capital runs out. They raised about $13 million back in the end of 2018. However, with the crypto winter, or the beginning of 2018, it actually went down to about 6.5 million before they could liquidate. So they lost about half their money. And now they are running out of money, which is just another casualty of crypto winter. We are out of it, but I think a lot of projects that could have done well are not. And also a lot of crap projects are going to just wash out and die, which is kind of actually good. This is a big story. Now, the first national electronic money will be in Iceland. It's a little bit off. The FME, which is the Financial Regulator of Iceland, has approved implementation of a nationalized currency for payments. In more detail, the regulator has approved a local blockchain company, Monerium, to be the country's first e-money institution. So this is a big deal, but it's not going to be the currency of Iceland. But it will be a currency that you can use for payments, which is a little bit different. Now, one of the first countries that is going to have a cryptocurrency as its currency, that will be the currency of the nation, is the Marshall Islands. And that's a huge, huge deal. They've been talking about it, working on it for a while now. I'll just read through and then talk about it. This game is quite a shocker, considering that multiple other jurisdictions were much more vocal about their future with blockchain when compared to Iceland. For example, Gibraltar is on its way to becoming a blockchain-based country. It's very small, though. And the Marshall Islands, which are small, but they're a sovereign nation, are pretty much one step away from switching to crypto completely. Now, the Marshall Islands, they are a sovereign nation. The name of their crypto is going to be the Sovereign. But they've never had a currency. There hasn't been like a Marshall Islands peso or dollar or whatever. They've always used US dollars has been their currency. So they're going to have their own national currency, and it will be a cryptocurrency backed by whatever I think it might be Bitcoin or something else. But the big thing is, because they're a sovereign country, that all world banks will be forced to accept that cryptocurrency as the currency of that nation. And all banks and world banks will have to admit that cryptocurrency is a currency and is not a Beanie Baby or anything else. So it's a huge step forward when it comes to defining what cryptocurrency is in the financial space and forcing a lot of the legacy um, monarchies, I guess, or to kind of give in and admit it. Next is a Bitcoin scam out of South Africa, which is just insane. It was making $135,000 per day with an investment of $6.74, which was the minimum. And most people were investing about $337 or 5,000 rands. So even at that small amount, it was basically invest in Bitcoin. Will charge 10%, but they promised that they would give you 100% return within 2 weeks. So obviously they were scamming people, but they had to have taken in so many people to make that much money per day, which I guess proves there's interest in investing in Bitcoin. Just need to get more people educated as far as how to do it so they don't fall for these scams or think they need to have someone else. That's the whole point of cryptocurrencies is you don't need a bank, you don't need a broker. You can be your own bank. You can do everything on your own. And I wanted to go over a big conference. The original Bitcoin Media Group restores the annual community conference focused on BTC. It's going to be huge. For the first time in more than 5 years, a community gathering focused specifically on Bitcoin will convene in North America at Bitcoin 2019. It's a 2-day conference held at in West San Francisco from 25th to 26th of June. Going to be some awesome people there, like Bitmain co-founder Jihan Wu, Shapeshift CEO Eric Voorhees, industry leaders Morgan Creek Digital, and Anthony Pompiliano, and blockchain capital fellow Jimmy Song. So Song's gonna be there. There's also like a ARC CEO and some other people that are gonna be there, but it's a huge cast of super rock stars when it comes to Bitcoin. That's about it for the weekend report. If you have any comments, please leave them below and I will answer them. Please crush that like button. It was good hanging out with you guys. I'm Satoshi Sean, and I will see you in the next video.